Welcome back, everyone. Hey, look, it is time for another Ask John segment. And man, we're already up to number 7. And man, I just love doing this. Love it. Love it when I hear people are learning about the covered call strategy. Hey, look, let's get into it. I want to say thank you for subscribing. 500 big subs. Did I ever think anybody would subscribe to my video channel? I did not. I do appreciate you banging that like button because it lets me know you like what I'm doing and it motivates me to do another red hot covered call video. All right, guys, let's get into it. We're going to talk about a subject I get asked all the time. Why do I get asked all the time? Because it's unconventional. It's unconventional to all the YouTube videos you hear out there about writing covered calls. Most people do not buy back their covered calls. They do not buy back their options. They let them expire. And I get that. I do that too. But in my videos, I always talk about buying them back, and I'm going to show you today the checklist, sort of how I do it. And I hope you learn something from this video. So first of all, I want to say it's a 100% judgment call. Yes, a lot of times, this stuff is not in concrete. If it was in concrete, man, it'd be like pushing a button on a computer and just, making money, no risk, no worry. And most of the time it can be. But sometimes, hey, look, you got to make a personal judgment call, and I do that. I do that a lot because I play the game within the game. I like to buy back my options when that real money and that premium start to squeeze together. And I give back a couple cents on my premium. But then it gives me the chance. I relieve the obligation, right? I take away the obligation to give somebody my shares at a certain price for a certain time so I can then look to write another covered call. That's my mindset. That's why I do this. The only wrong answer here is what happens after you do the trade. Because when you buy back an option that's in the money, that real money value goes directly to your cost basis. Okay? If there's $1 of real money in an option, meaning the stock has gone above your strike price, okay? Say your strike price was 56, the stock is at 57, okay? When you buy back that option, it's going to be $1X. The $1 is real money in the option. If you buy back your option and do not sell the shares or take action, that is going to go to your cost basis. So where you paid $50 for the stock, if you were to buy it back and not take action, you paid $1 in real money for buying it back. Well, that $1 finds itself in your cost basis for the stock. You did not buy it at 50 now, you bought it at 51. That's why we have to take action. There's no wrong answer. It's just how you deal with it. Okay? How do I deal with this? How do I determine the best time to buy back an option? Because there is reasons. I do it all the time. When you're writing 5 and 10 and 15 options a month, things present themselves. And you have to ask ask yourself the question, how much original premium are you willing to give up? And do you have a plan in place? Okay? I understand most people let options expire. They don't understand why I do the wacky things I do. But for me, it flows like water, and I'm able to add to my cash printing ways. Okay? Very first thing is I'm going to let my spreadsheet give me the numbers. Yes, I have a spreadsheet. I plug in my numbers. You're going to see that here in a minute. I plug in the numbers. If it tells me it makes sense, I'm going to do it. Again, personal judgment though, because I am giving back some of my original premium. So I'm looking to preserve my original premium. We're going to talk about that. I want the real money in the stock to be as close as possible to the current option price. Right? That goes back to, look, once we decide to buy back an option, and we do, what are we left with? We're left with the original premium. And that original premium is our cash printing machine. That is the profit. Right? So I want to make sure I preserve that. Okay? Finally, what's my plan? And I need to execute the plan. Because once we're in the money, if we have no plan, we add to our cost basis. So I ask these questions. Now, For me, it flows like water. So this is happening rapidly. But if you need a checklist, you need to go through and checklist these items. Here they are for me. I need to know. I'm thinking, is there too much time in this, man? You know, a couple months ago, I did a video on Nike where it was like 27 days. 27 days left in the option. And that the real money in the stock versus the premium was so tight. I think I was giving back like 3 pennies, right? I bought it back, took that option off the table, took that risk off the table. I went ahead and wrote, I think I bought another stock. We wrote another call. So I have to have a sense of where we are with time. Okay. Why am I buying this back? I'm taking risk off the table. Hey, sometimes you just want to not be left with the obligation. And if the numbers speak to that, then I'm going to take that risk off the table. I have no problems with that. Possibly I might want to roll up and roll out. You know, if we're 15 days plus in, right? And that option, right? The real money in the option and the premium, right, is really nice and tight. Right? And I'm not giving back much of my premium, my original premium. Hey, I might want to buy it back. Yes, add to my cost basis, but I'll pick a higher strike price. I'll pick some dates further out to make even more gains. I might want to buy another stock. You know, I may like my current trade, but man, if say there's another opportunity. Okay. Again, if the numbers make sense, I do it. And finally, I might want to go to cash. But look, you know, this is something where I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to execute the plan. Man, I can't say that enough. I've told you my Eli Lilly trade destroyed me on that one trade. But it was one of the greatest lessons learned ever. You know, I bought Lilly thinking it's going to 100 a share, right? Back when it was at like 85 bucks. It started to tail off. I started writing some calls on it. And Lilly got some news that rocketed past my strike price, $3. I felt like I was holding the bag because I think I had like an 85 strike, and man, I'm thinking now it's going to 100. I bought it back, didn't do nothing. Okay, added those $3 to my cost basis, and Lilly falls to like 75. Okay, so I really didn't have a plan, and man, I got burnt on that one. But no more, no more. And again, you know, when we do that, we are adding to our cost basis. Man, I can't say that enough. I do apologize. So let's talk about this in the money. Stock is considered in the money once the stock price goes higher than your strike price. In this example, you know, my strike price is 56. Nike's current stock price is 56.43. So as you can see, there's 43 cents of real value. There's real money in this. And look at the premium. The current premium at this point in time was 88 cents. So as you can see, my spreadsheet tells me, hey, look, man, you're going to pay back 45 cents in time value. Okay. Now I got 44 cents when I wrote this option. So as you can see, this is not making sense for me to buy back. The only reason I would buy this back and just give away, it was just an exercise in nothing, is that I think Nike is going to fall and I got to take risk off the table. This would be the only reason. Or I need cash. I immediately need cash. I got to take it off the board. I'd hate to do it right here. I wouldn't do it otherwise. But see how my spreadsheet tells me? It's telling me. Look. There's 43 cents in it. The current premium is 88 cents. I'd be paying back 45 cents. Not going to do it. Now, if this time value started to compress, right? We're in the final week of the option. And let's say the stock price never moved for Nike. There'd always be 43 cents left in the premium. But that time value right here, the 45 cents, that would start to squeeze down. Every day as we get closer towards the end of the option, that would go from this option here, 88 cents, would slowly fall from 88 cents to 78 cents to 68 cents to 58 cents to where we're getting to the Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even the Friday, where if the Nike price stayed at 46.43, this would probably be about 44, 45 cents, right? So that would mean right? The time value component goes from 45 cents down to like 1 penny or 2 pennies. Well, then you're looking at, okay, I'm getting 43 cents. I'm paying, let's say, 45 cents, right? I got 44 cents. So you could see here where I would be giving back 2 cents and my original premium. The final trade, after I cleared everything, I'd have 42 cents left in profit. Love to buy my options when they get below 10 cents because Fidelity doesn't charge me anything. But in this case, I would not buy it back because my premium was 44 cents, right? If that was $4 and it got down to 10 cents, of course, right? But in this case, I'd love to see that price get down to about 1 penny, 2 pennies. So does it make sense to buy this back? It's obvious it does not. But I run the numbers in my spreadsheet here. My spreadsheet tells me. And when I have 4 and 5 of these options, I love my spreadsheet, tells no lies, helps me manage the trade. Okay? As you can see here, this live presentation here shows the bid-ask spread is just too much at this point. I need to wait for this to get closer and closer to the expiration, which is next week. So what is my plan? I have to have a plan. Okay, obviously, the current Nike option at 88 cents with 1 week to go. Just too much time value in the trade. I'm going to wait next week as that time decay really starts to jack up, really starts to get close. And assuming Nike stock price doesn't change, we're going to find that this 88 cent option, right, this 43 cent component will always stay in it. Again, assuming the price doesn't change. Okay, this 88 cent option, as the time decay rapidly happens on that Friday, this will go from 88 cents. Boy, it could go all the way down to 44 cents. And man, that's 1 penny I'm giving back, right? I then buy back the option for 44 cents. Then I have a plan. I sell the shares, right? I sell the shares to get that 44 cents, that 43 cents back. What's the difference? The difference is the 1 penny. The 1 penny, meaning I made 43 cents on this trade. Again, I'm trying to preserve the original premium. Okay? Got to have a plan, execute the plan. Okay? And boy, I'll tell you what, if you don't understand the concept of when a stock gets in the money, that 43 cents I keep talking about, that you do not gain. You only gain from 56. You only gain from 56. That's it. So now it's 43 cents. If you're going to buy that back, that is added to your cost basis. I would then sell my shares to get that 43 cents back. Okay? Money out, money in. So the quick recap on this is, does it make sense? Hey, look, the question I have to ask is, am I willing to give back my premium? And I'm not right now at 88 cents. No way. Too much premium. But if it does get tighter, meaning the real money and the time value in the option, that time value shrinks down to where we only have like a penny or 2 pennies, then it's probably going to be a green trade for me. Does buying back this option keep the trade green for me? I'm going to keep that in consideration. Hey, what's my plan? Am I going to sell the shares, right? Just clear myself of the trade? Am I going to write another cover call? Am I going to close out the trade, then look to roll up and roll out to make more profits? Hey, do I just want to go cash? Do I have a reason? And you know, another thing is, am I prepared to do this all at once? If you're not prepared to do this all at once, you may find yourself in a situation where you bought back an option in the money, right? And then you didn't do nothing. You said, oh, look, I'll do it tomorrow or in a couple days. Nike then goes from 46.43 and it falls to 42.43, right? So you can clearly see you added to your cost basis by buying it back, but because you didn't take action, now you're stuck. Am I willing to do this all at once? So, hey, look, I hope you learned something with this video. Again, it is a personal decision. You know, most folks will just let options go to expiration. That's fine. You go into expirations, you're going to have your shares taken away. You get your money given to you. You keep your premium, right? And you move on. But for me, sometimes I like to buy those options back a couple days before expiration. So I take the obligation off the table, take the risk off the table. I have my reasons. But when I do buy them back, the numbers got to make sense, right? We're in the money, so I know I'm going to add to my cost basis. So I need to have a plan. Do I buy the shares? Do I buy it back, sell the shares, buy another stock? Do I have a plan in place? Really, I have to stress that. That is your financial education. Got to have a plan, execute the plan. Hey, look, I hope you learned something with this video. Bang that like button. Let me know you like this video because that motivates me to do another red hot cover call video. Hey, ring the bell. Ring the bell will give you an email the next time I do another video. And hey, share the video. Let others know we're out here talking the good word of the covered call. So hey, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs. All I see is